Hey everybody, Dave Bray back again. I think we're doing a little better. We're going to wait a few minutes to get everybody back on. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I think that was on my end, and it seems like we are doing a little bit better. Can you give me some thumbs up? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear guitar? Hopefully we can hear everything. I'm not seeing any comments, so it's, I don't know, Bubba. So again, my name's Dave Bray. Go by Dave Bray USA. We're here with Blue Help tonight. As many of you know, it is Police Week, and Police Week is the time of year we take 1 week out of the year to remember the honor and the sacrifices that have been made by our law enforcement throughout the year. And tonight we are joining Blue Help. Yes, is it good? We are back. Okay, Karen says we're back, so we should be good. Give me some thumbs up, Karen, make sure we're all right. So again, my name is Dave Bray. Welcome, and I hope that you're going to stick around. We're going to do some memorial songs tonight. We are going to do some just spirituals and things and talk about the organization, Blue Help, what they do for our families who have lost their loved ones in law enforcement to suicide. A lot of people don't really know about, or it's not as, what's the word for it, spotlighted, as much as the veteran suicide rate. Everybody knows about 22 a day veterans, but law enforcement is actually very, very close to them. Just this year so far alone, Blue Help has reported over 60 law enforcement death by suicides in this year alone. And in 2019, there was 228 death by suicide law enforcement deaths. So just to put that into perspective for you, what Blue Help does is they circle back around those families. They give them the caring that they need after these law enforcement suicides happen. And my wife, Becky, and I, we wanted to get involved with them. That's dear to our heart. As many of you know, I've been sort of embraced by the law enforcement family over the last few years. I've been performing at law enforcement events for, I guess, going on 3-4 years now. My song, Last Call, has been viewed over 2 million times by people all over the world. The song has been used at end of life or celebration of life ceremonies for law enforcement in Taiwan, in Australia, and all over the United States of America. Just recently, I received what's called a Sheriff's Star and an honorary Sheriff's Deputy badge from Ozzie Knezovich out of Spokane County. So that's 2 counties now, El Paso, Colorado. I am an honorary Sheriff's Deputy, and also in Spokane, Washington. So if you see me coming in either of those 2 counties, I'm the law. So I should get some TSA preference points out of that deal, hopefully. So I think we got good sound, I think we got good audio, and I think we got good visuals so far. I hope we can get some people back on. I'd like to ask you to please hit the share button as we join Blue Help to unite and support the families who have lost their law enforcement loved ones to suicide. And I like to start out most of my events. Tonight would be, or this week would have been one of the events that I would have played along at Blue Help and supported them in DC. Unfortunately, we all know Police Week has been canceled for the most part. All of the events down in DC are done. So sadly, we are doing it as a go live tonight. And if you'd like to help Blue Help, you can go to bluehelp.org. is their page and their site, and you can figure out ways if you want to get involved with Blue Help as a volunteer, or you want to support, or you know someone who has lost their loved one in law enforcement to a law enforcement suicide. They would love to hear from you. So we are going to start the same way I start out every show when I play out on the road. I sing the national anthem. So I'm going to get my key, and I'm going to ask you guys, while I'm getting my key, I want you guys to stand up. I want you guys to put your hands on your heart. If you're sitting with some people in the room, let's not be scared. Let's all stand up. This is the greatest country on the planet Earth. It always will be if we the people stand together to support the Constitution that defends us against all things around the world that encroach on our freedom. And freedom is what makes this country the best. And this is one of my favorite songs to sing live. So stand by. I'm going to get my key, and we're going to start our event with Blue Help with the playing and the singing of the national anthem by United States Navy veteran, singer-songwriter, Dave Bray, USA. So let's stand up. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless America. Thank you for that song. You guys can sit down, have a seat. I'm going to play a few more patriotic songs. I'm going to start out with another one of my favorites. This one's called God Bless America, okay? A lot of people don't know that this song was originally written by a Jewish immigrant by the name of Irving Berlin. And before everybody knew the seventh inning stretch version, he had written it to have a prayer in the beginning of it. And I think it's always appropriate to start any ceremony out with a prayer. And this prayer is going to be in form of song by Irving Berlin's original words to God Bless America. So here we go. While storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us all be grateful for our land that's still free. Let us all swear allegiance to our land that's so fair, as we raise up our voices to the air in this solemn prayer. God bless America, this land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with your light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam, God bless America, my home, sweet home. My home, sweet home. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains, majesty across a fruited plains. I'm talking about America, America. America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea. So there's a couple of patriotic tunes for you to get your patriotic blood pumping in your heart. Again, my name is Dave Bray, USA. I'm a singer and a songwriter. I'm also a United States Navy veteran, served with the United States Marine Corps as an FMF corpsman. I'm also a husband, a father, and I truly consider myself one of the proud patriots of this nation. I use my music to help support, again, other patriotic organizations just like Blue Help. And tonight, that's what we're doing. We are unifying to support the families who have lost their loved ones to law enforcement suicide. And again, I'm going to keep reiterating, bluehelp.org is the website. Please go in there, check out what is going on. They have an event coming up shortly. I want you guys, I'm not going to be able to make it to that one, but I want you guys to support buy tickets or buy tickets in the local community so that they can give them out to law enforcement in the area. Again, Blue Help, thank you so very much for having me. I'm going to do a few more songs for you guys tonight. Again, you got me for an hour, so please hit that share button. And again, my name's Dave Bray, USA. I wrote a song called Warrior Inside, and it's off my album called Music on a Mission, and this is a Storyteller record. And it also has a bunch of really great patriotic songs like the one you just heard today, God Bless America, and this one, which goes out to all those men and women who serve. This one is actually from the perspective of someone who is post-service or a veteran to law enforcement or a veteran to service in the military. Again, we see a lot of the traumatic brain injuries and things that happen during the service years of our men and women who put on a uniform that catch up to them over the years. And I like to refer to that as the silent assailant. You know, we as military guys, veterans, we see an enemy we know how to get rid of, and we're trained to defend ourselves against it and to protect our brothers and sisters against those visual enemies. Law enforcement, very similar. You know, they see a bank robber, a bad guy, a drug dealer, somebody who's out on the streets, you know, doing harm to others. They go into instant protection mode, and they can immediately go through a checklist of things that allows them to battle that combatant. And when the silent assailant comes, whether it be during their time of service or after, when that silent assailant starts creeping around in their lives and they don't know how to defend themselves against it, that's where Blue Help comes in. They are trained to recognize the mental health and give awareness to help show families and those loved ones around these guys to some of the warning signs before suicide happens. So again, this song goes out to those men and women of service. It's called Warrior Inside, and this doesn't have to be someone who served, but just as we grow as a nation and as citizens, you know, we need to understand that we are here to protect this country as well, just as our law enforcement are and our military. And as we grow in life, we have to put on a harder and harder shell every single day, just like a tree. The bark gets thicker. And we need to recognize the fact that we are warriors deep down through and through. We as American citizens have to have a warrior spirit if we're going to keep our freedom. But this one goes out to our veterans and those who have served in either the military or law enforcement. And it's called Warrior Inside. And I hope that this song finds somebody's ears tonight. I hope it encourages you to dig down deep and find that warrior that lives deep down inside of you, that you swore that oath, you put on that uniform. You may not feel it or look it on the outside, but deep down inside, that warrior exists. So I hope that you guys like this one. It's called Warrior Inside. When I was a young man, I put up my right hand and I swore to defend this land with all that I had. Some of my best years washed away in blood and guts and tears. I probably drank 1,000 beers for those who cares. But if I'm still breathing, then I'm still in this fight. Yeah, I was born to survive, 'cause I'm a warrior inside. I'm no longer a young man. Whoa, but that oath I swore still stands, and I still defend this land with all that I had. Still got a few good years as I survive the nightmares and the fears. I know there will still be tears fall for my friends until the end, when I see you again. But if I'm still breathing, then I'm still in this fight. Yeah, I was born to survive, 'cause I'm a warrior inside. But if I still breathe, if I still stand, if I still walk upon the freest of lands, then I'll never surrender. I'll stand up and fight. And I do it all with my head held high, 'cause I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior inside. So that one is called Warrior Inside, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, that one goes out to our veterans and those who have served. Sometimes they forget. They get wrapped up in the life after service. They forget how important and the job they did and what they contributed to during their time of service, and they feel as though they're missing that connection, that brotherhood oftentimes, or even that uniform or those boots in the closet. So again, we're here supporting Blue Help, and the website is bluehelp.org. Very, very simple. If you want to get involved, you know someone who has lost their loved one to law enforcement suicide, please, please, please pass on that website, that web address onto Blue Help, and help them continue to gather around and unify around those families and support them after their loss. They're an amazing bereavement connection to this community. So if you or someone else needs help after law enforcement suicide, that is what Blue Help is all about. So I encourage you, please go to bluehelp.org and support. Again, once my wife and I found out about these guys, we realized there is a certain stigma to suicide. And suicide, that silent assassin, actually reached our family personally. In 2017, we lost our nephew. And he was 16 years old. And Cade, I don't know if you can hear me out there, we still pray for you every day. We know you're doing the Lord's work somehow, some way. But we lost him in just a tragedy. And, you know, they say that no sober hand takes its own life, and I don't know if that's true or not. And again, if there's ever been sort of any warning signs, it can be drug and alcohol abuse, and not being able to see past that fog or be able to think that you can make it past that fog, but that might be your first step to help. And again, I'm just trying to save someone, other family out there. If you're seeing it in your teen, if you're seeing drug abuse or a behavior, or excessive alcohol or daily alcohol abuse, in your family, this can be one of the big red flags. So I'm just trying to save another family the heartache and pain that our family has had to go through with the loss of Cade, our nephew. Just a true tragedy. With that, I'm going to do a cover song for you guys. We have a lot of people that are stuck in the house right now, and we can make our sanctuaries as blissful or as hard on ourselves as we can possibly imagine. And I'm giving you the opportunity to kind of think of ways to make it a good place, because there's so many, homes, these kids that are stuck in homes now, it's not a healthy environment for them to be in. So think about those. And here's a cover, guys. I hope you guys like it. It's called House of the Rising Sun. Little tunage there. Again, bluehelp.org is the website. Please go there. If you haven't hit the share button, it's very easy. You can help save a life by hitting that share button tonight. Here's House. There is a house in New Orleans called the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy. God, I know I'm one. Well, my mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambler man way down in New Orleans. Suitcase and a trunk, and the only time that he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your life in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Yeah. I got one foot on the platform, the other on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans, to where they ball and chain. God knows I am one. Hang on a second. I hope you guys enjoyed House of the Rising Sun. Just talk to me so I can hear. Yeah, I'm going to reset my camera real quick. Stick with me. It just went out. Yeah. So you guys should have a blue screen right now. Stick around. We're going to do some more songs for you guys. It's coming back here in a couple seconds. Probably 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully. So we did a couple of sort of hard, heavy, I guess is a word for it, songs. As we're all sort of stuck at home with this corona right now, did we get our audio or visual feed yet? Man, I tell you what, there it is. Thank you, baby. Becky, my AV assistant, she's also in charge of booking, PR, outreach, logistics, home economics. She's food distribution, soccer mom, you name it. She wears many, many badges. I would not be anywhere near the man I am today without my beautiful wife, Rebecca. So I love you. Happy Mother's Day. I know I'm late, but it's all good. So this is a song that I wrote. It's called Into the Light. As this coronavirus cloud just kept getting heavier and heavier and heavier. I just felt trapped, but I also felt inspired to sit and write, and I did. I wrote a bunch of tunes over those last couple weeks, and this was one of my favorites, one of my absolute favorites to play, and it's called Into the Light, and I think it doesn't matter when or what the storm that hits you, the sun will always shine, and we can always make it out to the other side. Just stick with your faith, and you'll be fine. So this is called Into the Light. Hope you like it. This world's becoming a crazy place. Sickness and panic all over the place. But I promise we're gonna make it through, yeah. 'Cause baby, I got you, and I know that you got me too. Through the darkest days, we still have yet to come. We'll make it through the darkness with prayer. When this storm is done and the king comes for the crown and the sun comes back around, light our days, every knee will bow in praise, because the best is yet to come, and we will stand as one. Out of the cold, dark night, out of the darkness and into the light. If you haven't hit that share button yet, I want to let everybody know we're supporting Blue Help tonight. BlueHelp.org is the website. And we're going to help raise some money to help them support families of fallen law enforcement suicide, okay? Certainly living in crazy times, and I can tell by the look in your eyes that you're worried. We're gonna make it through, yeah. 'Cause baby, I got you, and I know that you got me too. Through the darkest days, still have yet to come. Make it through the darkness with prayer. When this storm is done and the king comes for the crown and the sun comes back around, the light of days, every knee will bow, every knee will bow and praise. Because the best is yet to come, and we will stand as one. Out of the cold, dark night, out of the darkness and into the light, out of the darkness and into the light. One of these days I'm going to get the world singing this. I haven't figured out if it's going to be tonight, but if you believe or not, you're about to see my God. Answer the call. You guys ready? 'Cause if you believe and save us all, 'cause if you believe or not, you're about to see the power of my God. Answer the call. Save us all. Hope you're singing out there. 'Cause if you believe or not, you're about to see the power of my God. Answer the call. Save us all. Certainly living in crazy times, and I can tell by the look in your eyes that you're worried. We're gonna make it through. 'Cause baby, I got you, and I know that you got me too, yeah. Through the darkest days, still have yet to come. We'll make it through the darkness with prayer, I guarantee. When this storm is done and the king comes for the crown and the sun comes back around, the light of days, oh, every knee will bow, every knee will bow, every knee will bow and pray, 'cause the best is yet to come. And we will stand as one. Out of the cold, dark night, we're coming out of the darkness and into the light. We're coming out of the darkness, yes, and into the light. We're coming out of the darkness, yes, and into the light. Little worship song there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, just raising you guys' morale a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of that roller coaster over the next hour or so. If you guys have not checked out the bluehelp.org, I want you to put that on your to-do list right after this broadcast. And if you have yet to hit that share button, I want you to do that as well. Again, we are unifying around the families of fallen law enforcement, death by suicide families right now. This is obviously Police Week, so I've changed my background. Normally I have the typical red, white, and blue stars and stripes behind me today, and this week I'm going to be doing the blue line flag. I heard strange rumors that they are trying to ban this flag or outlaw this flag, and listen, the day that the law enforcement becomes the enemy in this country is the day that the civilians really got to double check what's going on. And I don't feel like this is any kind of, racial flag or anything. This is specifically a flag to support our men and women who serve and protect every single day. What a lot of people fail to realize is that our men and women who serve in law enforcement, every single day they're putting a target on their back. They can be shot and killed just for wearing that uniform. And that is a scary thing to go to work every single day and have floating around in your head. So just think about that. And again, we talked a little bit about the silent assailant earlier. But for me, I see it as, suicide as one of these things is these people feel deeply in their heart that there is no place for them left on this earth and that nobody's going to care once they're gone. And my message to anybody out there is that someone out there is going to adopt your demons. They are going to take the demons that want you to take your life, and you were going to put them into that person who loves you the most. And that is the absolute truth about suicide. Being a family who has been truly affected by it, I've watched those demons creep into the loved ones of our nephew. And when anyone takes their life, it doesn't have to be law enforcement. That is the truth of the matter. The person that you love the most will take those demons away from you after you go, and they just get stronger and stronger every time. So we just played Into the Light. I hope you guys like that. And now we're back to this very, very tough subject, right? Suicide in general is absolutely brutal, and nobody wants to really open up and kind of talk about it. But it is inevitability. It's one of those things that happens every single day, and Blue Help is doing something about it. Again, in our veteran community, everybody knows the 22 stigma. That number is always in, sort of the back of everybody's head. They've seen the commercials. Law enforcement, that's sort of brushed under the rug. And just this year alone, we've lost 60 law enforcement suicides this year alone. And in 2019, there was over 220 death by suicides from law enforcement or people in law enforcement related. So what Blue Help is doing is wrapping themselves and unifying themselves to support these families who have lost their loved ones, not to line of duty death, but to suicide, because the law enforcement community basically just doesn't acknowledge these guys. They're still heroes. The scars that have taken them may be, silent and invisible, but they are still heroes in my book. They swore an oath, they put up their hand, and they wore that uniform. So we're going to continue on down the road here, and I want to talk a little bit about the survivors, the family members that are left behind, the ones who adopt those demons. This is a song called Survivor, and it was written exactly for those who have lost their loved ones, who are left behind in the law enforcement community. So I'm just going to play it. Basically speaks for itself. One of the things that I know has helped me is to talk about Cade and to say his name and to tell his story a little bit. And, when we lose someone to suicide, I feel like that if we just close it up and bottle it, it empowers those demons that they had. And I feel like we need to speak out their names and tell their stories of who they were and the fact that how much we love them, even though they're no longer with us. And that's what The Survivor is about. The song is about telling that story. It's about saying their name out loud, screaming their name out loud sometimes, just because of how much we miss them. Man, I didn't know it was going to get this deep, but it's just tough stuff, okay? No, I never heard the shot that took your life away. And the only thing I wish is that I had the chance to say I loved you one more time before you left this place. 'Cause in the blink of an eye, one moment in time, you were gone. No, I'll never look into your eyes again. I'm left with only pictures and the memories that we shared together. And they help to ease the pain. 'Cause in the blink of an eye, one moment in time, you were gone. I'll tell your story, here we go. But I'll tell your story. I'll scream out your name. I'll always remember you. 'Cause a thin blue line remains. No blink of an eye or a moment in time. shot took your life away and made me the survivor that I am today. But I know now there's an angel guiding me along. No blink of an eye or a moment in time will ever erase you, will ever erase you. 'Cause I'll tell you a story, I'll scream out your name, I'll always remember you, because a thin blue line remains. No blink of an eye or a moment in time could ever erase you, could ever erase you. And no blink of an eye or a moment in time will ever erase you, ever erase you. No blink of an eye or a moment in time ever erase you. So that's a Survivor, guys. Wow. Again, I wasn't planning on rabbit hole in that one, but I'm glad you guys stuck with it. I hope you guys are sharing out. I hope you guys are backing Blue Help right now, showing your love, showing your unity for these families. Again, it is Police Week in the United States of America, and this is the time of year. We take 1 week out of the year in May, and we gather around the families who have lost their loved ones to line of duty death. And now, because of the help of Blue Help, and at bluehelp.org, you can support as well the families who have lost their law enforcement loved ones to suicide. And that song you just heard is called Survivor. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are enjoying this little podcast, or I guess it's just a go live. If you are, please let us know where you are watching from. And if you know someone in law enforcement or somebody who has lost somebody to suicide, please, please, please just tag them down below. Share this video out, and hopefully we can help to heal some hearts tonight. That's the goal. That's the goal in all this. So we played a couple covers, right? And we played a couple, let's see, a couple of my originals. I hope you guys like the originals. And again, I've been truly blessed to be sort of embraced by the law enforcement community over the last couple years. I wrote a song called Last Call, and yes, I'm going to play it. I don't know if anybody has requested it. I thought I saw Last Call go by. I am going to play that one tonight for you guys. But I've been just embraced by the law enforcement community. I'm just, like I said, very, very blessed to have that sort of trust and bond with our brothers and sisters in blue. I've always felt that the veteran community and the law enforcement community and the military community, we're all sort of cousins. A lot of us strap on guns and go do it in the desert or in the jungles or, you know, in the cold. You guys do it here, and it's pretty much the same game. And we're learning more and more that the two are very, very closely related, and there is truly a war on police in America. And for me, I feel like it's my job as a citizen to stand up for our law enforcement, because without them, this blue line right here disappears. And if you don't know what this blue line means, it's the line between civility and chaos. And trust me, there's plenty of bad guys out there just waiting for our law enforcement to step down so that they can have rule over the streets and over the suburbs and over this country. It's a constant battle for these guys, and honestly, it's a war. And there's a lot of harsh stuff going on in America right now with the media and their portrayal of law enforcement. And I'm just, like I said, I'm here as a veteran, as a citizen, to support my brothers in blue, because I see them out there on the streets every day. I see what they go through. I see the humiliation on the videos that they try to put and portray 30 seconds of something to make these guys look like bad guys. And just like everything else, we all know there's good guys and bad guys in wearing a uniform, not wearing a uniform. But again, I feel like there's way too many good guys not to support our law enforcement. And I feel like that's my job. And I hope you guys will help dig in and support these guys as well. I'm going to grab a quick sip of coffee. Hold on. So should I play another song? You want to hear me talk some more? Got my yapper on. Listen, there's a lot of amazing things still going on in this country. Politics and everything else aside, if we set up our country to pass on to the next generation in a positive light to our children and keep our kids in mind when we make our decisions throughout our days, it's the best way to do life. Trust me. And if we as a country can get it together for our kids, even better. So I know you know this one, so I'm just going to play this one as well. 'Cause if tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my God above to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. 'Cause I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart. It's time we stand and say, I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. So if you guys haven't hit that share button, please do me a favor. Let's support our men and women in blue. Let's support these families who had lost their loved ones. And let's support Blue Help tonight, okay? BlueHelp.org is the site. Please go there, support if you can financially, or if you just want to get involved with the organization to help out. They're nationwide, and they need your help. Here we go. I'm going to continue singing now. Shut up, Dave. But as I look across this nation, I'm seeing broken faith and hearts. Both sides being played just to tear each other apart. But if we come together, we take their strength away. 'Cause we are still the people, and free people we shall stay. 'Cause I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Let's do it for the children. Let Lady Liberty lead the way. Back to American freedom, back to love and hope and grace. And when we stand together, we show the world each day where they see our American flag, freedom shall remain. 'Cause I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. Hope you guys like a little Lee Greenwood there. Again, we're with Blue Help tonight. BlueHelp.org is the website. Please go there and support if you guys can, okay? If you're not sure what Blue Help is all about, I've already explained it in this video. So share it to your page and then go back and watch it tomorrow. Again, it's about supporting and unifying to help support the families who have lost their loved ones to law enforcement suicide. Last year alone, there was over 228 law enforcement suicide deaths last year for our brothers and sisters serving in law enforcement. That is almost as many as we lost in line of duty deaths. So think about that, double because of suicide. Blue Help is there to help. If you or someone you know needs their help, please contact their help. And I want to say one more time, Karen Solomon, thank you for having me on today. I'm looking around like you're here. Karen, thanks for having me on. Appreciate you guys letting me go and use your page. And if you guys want to support me, my name is Dave Bray USA. My webpage is davebrayusa.com. You can check out all what I do. And if you would like for me to go live on your page, let me know. That's what we're doing here tonight. We're spreading the word and we're using what we have to support a great organization. That organization is Blue Help tonight. So hit that share button for me. So I wrote a song called The Storm because I was in a hotel room with my family one day, and we're going through, what families go through, issues, craziness. And, I'm sitting here thinking, it doesn't matter really what happens right now. As long as I have the people that are in this room, everything else we can make it through, And at that point in time, we were in a hellacious storm. And we didn't know what we were going to come back to, or it didn't really matter. What did matter, though, is that the guys that I was with, my wife, my 2 kids, they were my oars in my boat. And I knew if I kept those people together, then we would see our way through the storm and the sun would eventually shine. So here's a song called The Storm. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I wrote it maybe 2 years ago, year and a half ago. But it keeps changing every time I play it, so you never know what you're going to get. I know where I'm going, 'cause I know where I've been. And I ain't gonna be here tomorrow, and I ain't ever coming back again. The storm is rolling in. Gonna catch a bolt of lightning, gonna ride the hurricane west, gonna roll with the thunder as far as I can. 'Cause I ain't gonna be here tomorrow, and I ain't ever coming back again. The storm is rolling in. Will you still love me when I'm gone? Once the clouds have parted and you're staring at the sun, will you still love me in the end? 'Cause I ain't gonna be here tomorrow, and I ain't ever coming back again. The storm is rolling in. I can hear the darkness calling. It's found me once again. It's waiting on me when I get there. It's waiting and waiting and waiting. storm to drag me in. Gonna catch a bolt of lightning. I'm gonna ride the hurricane west. I'm gonna roll with the thunder as far as I can. 'Cause I ain't gonna be here tomorrow. I ain't ever coming back again. Tired of this heartache and sorrow. So rain down that thunder and lightning and let the storm begin. Will you still love me when I'm gone? Once the clouds have parted and you're staring at the sun, will you still love me in the end? 'Cause I ain't gonna be here tomorrow. I ain't ever coming back again. The storm is rolling in. That one's called The Storm, guys. I got to do a quick camera reset, so stick around past the blue. Hang on 1 second. Hope that's enough. Do you think that'll work? Are you still getting good audio? My AV princess is back. Hi, Becky. This woman she wears more hats than any human that I've ever met. This poor woman, I put her through the business, but I think we're good. I think we still got it. I think if I flip it on and flip it off before it runs out, then it. And if you guys, I apologize for the technical difficulties we had earlier, and that's really embarrassing, you know, when you're trying to do something professionally and you come across technical difficulties and you got wires and batteries and connections and stream keys and visuals and non-visuals and audio and everything else, and you're trying to put it all together in a map in your head so you can figure out how to troubleshoot it, and you're already late for your live stream. Just, these things happen though. Murphy and his dang laws. I wonder if Murphy has a police department that supports those laws, or if they're just the elves of darkness. Yeah, you can hear the kids up there. They're a little rowdy. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. I appreciate Blue H.E.L.P. for having me. Thank you so very, very much. Let's see. I think I covered everything I wanted to do. I wanted to do the national anthem, and we started this event tonight with that. If you haven't shared it out, I wanted to make sure that people are sharing this. This is an important organization. BlueHelp.org is who we are supporting tonight. So please, please, please support BlueHelp.org after this last song I'm going to play for you. And for those of you who don't know who I am or what I do, my name is Dave Bray. I go by Dave Bray USA. I'm a singer-songwriter. I do a lot of patriotic work, and I support a lot of organizations that are doing the right thing for our citizens and, of course, for our military, our veterans, our fire, our police, our first responders, our dispatchers, our EMS, our nurses. So if you're looking for that kind of entertainment, get a hold of me. DaveBrayUSA.com is my website, and you can check me out there. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Again, we're just going to keep it about an hour. Thank you, Karen Solomon, for having me, and Joe and everybody else who helped, get all this thing together. But if you guys haven't ever heard the song Last Call, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it was written and why it was written. I explained earlier about this blue line right here, and it's the line that is upheld by our law enforcement officers. And it is the line between civility and peace and absolute chaos that could ensue if they decide to not, if all the law enforcement just decides not to show up tomorrow. Chaos is what we're looking at. And I hope that you're ready to pick up your weapons and defend your family and all your stuff and your food and your house, because the bad guys are out there and they will get to you, and it'll happen. So I'm a supporter of law enforcement. I'm not one of these people that's on the internet bashing them and spreading viral videos about things that, are small segments of a bigger picture. They only ever showed the cop slamming the guy onto the ground after, probably, numerous attempts to try to resolve it peacefully. They end up going and only taking a certain clip. So don't be one of those people that jumps on board with the narrative that the news is always trying to push behind law enforcement. Very easy to see a video and go, oh my gosh, that's the craziest thing ever. Why did that just happen? But what you don't see is what's happening from the frames before and the frames after. So the best thing we as citizens can do is stop spreading it, because it's like a disease. When you have something out there that you don't know anything about, you weren't there, you didn't shoot the video, you didn't edit it, you didn't change what was said in it, you didn't change the underscore, stop spreading that stuff around. It's not helping anyone do anything other than cause more and more aggravation and chaos behind an already teetering system. And this blue line keeps getting thinner and thinner every year. And I say that because we're here to support Blue Help tonight. And part of that blue line that is getting thinner are the line of duty deaths that we have every single year. And again, Police Week, that is why I have the flag up, is this week in May. They take this moment to remember the service and the sacrifice of our men and women in uniform. And Blue Help is another part that helps out law enforcement suicide. So people who take their own life, who are law enforcement officers, Blue Help is an organization that comes together and supports the families and gives them bereavement and gets behind them and helps them through that very, very difficult time. They are also involved in the mental awareness and warning signs and helping families deal and cope with some of those things. So this song is called Last Call. This is going to be my last tune. I hope you guys enjoy tonight. Last Call has been the song that has gotten me all over the world, literally, because it opened up a door to a group of people that I didn't really think would enjoy my music or like my music. When I was sort of brought into the law enforcement family through H.E.L.P. events and different organizations across the country, and being able to sing at the National Memorial in D.C., and the Border Patrol, of course, Carlos Ortiz and the Border Patrol have been huge proponents for us. They've helped us make videos. They've done just a ton of really, really great work alongside of us to help support our men and women who swear the oath and get out there and uphold the Constitution and the laws for us. But Last Call actually came from, I actually heard a last call for the first time from a dispatcher. And for those of us in the military, we have what's called a roll call, which is if we've lost somebody in service, what they'll do is they'll go down and call like 3 guys that are present, and then they will call the person who they've lost or who we've lost as a company or a battalion or platoon or whatever. And that person obviously doesn't answer, and then they present, obviously, just the roll call is done in that manner. They speak about the person, they give their name, so their service number, rank. And I've never heard what the law enforcement community does, and it's an on-air roll call or a on-air last call. And it's done at the end of service, whether it's retirement or line of duty death. And that last call that was sent to me was from a guy named Brad Fox. He was a former Marine who went into law enforcement outside of Philly. His last call was one that somebody had sent to me a couple years ago. And during that video that I was watching and listening, they played back the dispatcher basically calling the badge number of Brad. And each time there was a silence. And that silence, at first, the first time she called the number, I was like, what is this? And then all of a sudden, no answer. And then she calls it again. I'm like, oh, wait, hang on. And then the third time, after she called the number, and there was still yet again silence, there was this moment of sort of catharsis that just hit me like, oh my God, I know what this is now. And I'd never heard one. So after watching that video, over and over and over, and realizing she's calling out for her brother. But it's not just her. It's everybody who's out there tuned into that station, knowing that this is it. The last chance for this guy to reach back to us is right now. And obviously there's nothing but silence, and that silence was just haunting me. So I created a song called Last Call to give that law enforcement officer his 3 segments of return, calling back to his wife, hey, thank you. I'm sorry, this is the way things are now. To his kids, hey, I'll always be there. You guys got this, do the right thing. And then to his brothers and sisters in blue who he serves with, hey, sorry, I let you guys down. Hold your head high, keep serving, keep holding that thin blue line. And that's really what just sort of drove how the song was written and where it comes from. And I apologize if I can't get through this one tonight. but this is one that's just really, really near and dear to my heart. And because of the type of services, end-of-life services, and events that I've played it live and performed it, unfortunately, they all just sort of kind of come rushing in. So to all my Blue H.E.L.P family out there, and my law enforcement family, my Border Patrol brothers, you guys are my heart. My FOP brothers, you guys are my heart. You know, you organizations that are doing the right thing, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your family. To Spokane County, Washington, and Sheriff Ozzie Knezovich, thank you so very much for the star, the Sheriff's Star, as well as the honorary Sheriff's Deputy. Out in El Paso County, Colorado, also same. Thank you so very much for honoring me to be a honorary Sheriff's Deputy out there as well. Just blessed to be able to be a part of that family. And this is my last tune. It's called Last Call. Man down, I'm bleeding out. There's no time, so please hear me out. These are the last few words I'd like to say to you all. This is my last call. Tell my wife I love her and that I won't be home tonight. And thank her for those long, hard years that we tried to get it right. Tell her I'll be waiting after she makes it through it all. This is my last call. But ask her to forgive me. Forgive me. Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I'm sorry. That I can't be. I can't be the man that she's gonna need. Tell her I'll be waiting where the winter meets the fall. This is my last call. Tell my children that I love them. Oh yeah, the daddy always loved them so. Tell them to hold their mother tight and never let her go. Tell them I'll always be watching, and I'll be there every time they fall. This is my last call. But tell them to fight for me, to fight for me, and do what's right for me. What's right for me. Choose the light for me. Life for me. Don't ever forget me. Forget me. Tell them I'll always be watching, and I'll be there when they fall. This is my last call. Those who served beside me and who held that thin blue line, stand tall, stand strong, and hold your head up high. I'm sorry I let you down today. Please know I gave my all. This is my last call. So raise a glass for me. This is my last call. I said I'd like to think I saved a few good lives, but I couldn't save my own. This is my last call. My last. Again, guys, my name is Dave Bray, USA. I'm honored to be here. How is it back? Everything all right? Good. Just going to wrap it up. Guys, thank you so very much. Please go to bluehelp.org. Get involved. Again, this is an organization who is rallying behind the families who have lost their law enforcement family members to suicide. And being, like I said, a family who has lost someone to suicide, this is very near and dear to my heart. So please circle back to bluehelp.org. I want to thank you guys so very much for hitting that share button. You never know who this could save tonight or who family member needs to see or hear this message tonight. And I just want to say finally to everybody out there, God bless you. I'm praying for our men and women in blue every single day. We're praying for our brothers and sisters overseas every day. And we're praying for anybody who has been affected horribly by the COVID virus. Moreover, we just want our country to come back together in a better way and come out of this darkness and into the light. So if we can come together instead of ripping each other apart, that's what I want for America. That's the future of America. I want a good America for my kids. So thank you very much. Thanks to organizations like bluehelp.org for doing what you guys do. And thank you for supporting me. My name's Dave Bray, USA. This is me signing out. Don't forget, stay the course, finish the fight, never surrender. I will see you all out there on the other side of freedom. So be well, and God bless. Thanks.